finalized the divorce with, but then after that, he signed a $114 million contract extension.
Told his employer, hold all of my checks until further notice, until his divorce was finalized before he inked his $120 million contract.
She wanted half, and rightfully so. You got a man, you got a husband, and you find out that everything he had, all his assets are in his mother's name, he never trusted you.
Did you know if you work from home, you're less likely to get divorced?
Because you ain't got a work husband or a work wife.
Smart business certainly is not. This is Rashawn Slater of the Los Angeles Chargers. And if you don't know what's going on with him, he's been pretty busy in this offseason. Just the last week alone, he has finalized the divorce with, you see right here, his wife in this photo. This is obviously from much happier times in the past. But then after that, he signed a $114 million contract extension with the Los Angeles Chargers just a week after settling the divorce fully.
Hold on. Wait a minute. A week after he got the divorce? This happened somewhere before. But I like to see this. Like, people that own teams, the owners, they're smart. They're talking with the players. They're saying, oh, what are you going through? You're going through a divorce right now? Okay, we're going to wait. We're not going to let her get any of that money. We're going to wait. Now, you know, what she'll try to do is say, oh, no, I want to see him win. You know, they always say, I'm on his side. I want to see him win and have all the money. Then why are you getting divorced? You worked that out till death do us part. Come on now. It's not that bad. You're trying to make a clean getaway with some pay and get somebody that's more handsome. You're getting tired of having fat back on, breathing, eating donuts, jelly. Now, he doesn't eat like that because he's a football player, but he may. And so what, right? He deserves it.
Some guys, they really go through it after a divorce. They don't really level up like most guys possibly can, especially like my man Rashawn right here. Not only did he level up a couple levels, how about 114 million levels a week after the divorce, signing an absolute mega contract? And I just need to know, because the sequence of events and the time frame is just all way too good for you to not raise an eyebrow, where he finalizes the divorce and then a week later signs a contract extension.
Gotcha, bitch.
And I don't know if he was going back and forth between his agent and his divorce lawyer, being like, all right, you settle the divorce, and then after I do that, we're going to put pen to paper with the Chargers. All I'm saying is this is really funny. Am I wrong? Probably 115% wrong, but you got to raise an eyebrow at the fantastic sequence of events for my man Rashawn Slater right here.
Yes, and of course, he can't say that's what he did. Same thing with other people who've done the same thing. You can't say that's what you did, because what would they do? They'll go back and get you, right? They'll take it back to court and say, yeah, I deserve more because this happened. See, he's not saying a thing, so she can't do that. She can't bring up another case because that's evidence to be brought forth. She would have a case. Smart man. Clean getaway.
First, coming up with Jake Ferguson getting extended for 4 years, $52 million by the Cowboys. A really good young tight end for the Cowboys, coming off of a down season for him, as Dak was out for most of the year and had poor quarterback play behind him. But being a Pro Bowler in year 2 in the NFL, 700 yards, 5 touchdowns, it was a good year, and with more weapons, I feel like this Cowboys offense can be really solid, as long as they figure out the run game. The second signing in this video, Rashawn Slater getting signed for 4 years, $114 million, making him the highest paid offensive lineman in the NFL. Ever since stepping into the NFL, Rashawn Slater has been an elite tackle for the Chargers. Coming off a season where he was top 5 in run blocking, pass blocking, and just overall blocking in general, according to PFF. One of the great young O-linemen in the NFL. And with Joe Walt on the other side, this Chargers offensive line is looking really good for this Jim Harbaugh era. With Amarian Hampton and Najee Harris splitting carries and a great quarterback in Justin Herbert, the Chargers are ready to get back to the playoffs next year.
Shouts out to him. He's doing his thing. He deserves that money. I don't watch the NFL. I only watch NBA, and I barely watch it. I don't watch sports anymore. I just work on content to deliver to you guys, right? That's literally what I do all day, work on my program. But anyway, let's not talk about me. Let's talk about this here. I have an article to show you guys where she responds, right? And with all this happening, she wanted to clear the air. I'm not hating on him. That's a lie. I want to see him do good. You know, the same old, right? Let's get into that. This article says Rashawn Slater's ex-wife slams deplorable report that divorce held up NFL stars $114 million contract. So, of course, she's going to say that. So, the ex-wife of Los Angeles Chargers star Rashawn Slater slammed the report that the couple's divorce played a role in his recent contract negotiations. Slater, 26, signed a 4-year, $114 million extension. That's kind of like NBA money almost, with the Chargers on Sunday, July 27, according to ESPN. The Chargers confirmed the deal but did not release financial details. After the contract news was announced, NFL social media personality Dov Kleiman, who boasts over 340 followers on X, brought Slater and Brown's recent divorce into the fold. Talk about good timing. Brown took to social media to refute Kleiman's insinuation, calling it deplorable. I hold nothing but support for Rashawn. Brown posted via X on Sunday. His contract is not about me. I think we should focus on what's most important here, and that is his career and his success. People, stop including me in this narrative. She added, he deserves his moment. Yeah, I bet, right? It's not clear exactly when Slater and Brown's divorce was finalized. The couple got married in March 2022. So, let's get past some of this. So, Slater was selected by the Chargers with the number 13 overall pick in 2021. So, let's skip this. Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert gushed about Slater's impact on the team, both on and off the field, during an interview last season. Aaron Rodgers' first day at Steelers training day camp did not get off the good. Rashawn is such a great teammate, great locker room guy, Herbert said. He's competitive, very smart, very intelligent. Fellow Chargers took Joe Alt, drafted with the 5th overall pick by the team in the 2024 NFL draft, and Slater has taught him a ton. Rashawn being able to have so much experience in being right there with me and being able to watch the film has been such a big help for me. So a guy, right, doing this for his teammates, you think everybody doesn't know what's going on? And saying, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right. That's exactly what happened. Now, I got to show you guys this because here is another situation where that was done.
Seriously, this coach might go down as the best to ever do it. This man told his employer, hold all of my checks until further notice. This female tripping. I don't know what she's capable of. They said, well, what we going to pay you with? This is all volunteer work. I'm doing all volunteer work from here on out. Coach Spoelstra found his wife of 7 years as a Miami Heat cheerleader, which I'm sure that got to be against some company policy, but anyway. Eric waited till his divorce was finalized before he inked his $120 million contract. And our fans was in the comment section trolling his ex-wife, telling her she fumbled the bag. She put out a statement saying that this was true love and this and that. There ain't nobody hearing all that.
Yep.
You fumbled the bag.
Should have stayed with him. You could have got the money. You definitely fumbled the bag.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
So usually I don't get into Blanco people's business. Y'all don't know what Blanco people... You took Spanish in high school. Stop playing. You know what Blanco is. You know the color Blanco. You know Negro. You know Blanco. Anyway, I don't really usually get into their business, right? But this was the subject that I had to talk about. So Tom Brady sat up there and had all his... everything he had in his mama name. So now the divorce is going through and Giselle, whatever her name is, the model wife, that they've been married for like decades. She wanted half, and rightfully so, because I would be honest with you, a lot of y'all be trying to act like Tom Brady was the GOAT on his own, not understanding that he was with a bruja blanca, a white witch. He even said it in one of his therapy sessions or something. They was working on him. He was laying out on the table, and he said it about his wife doing spell work and helping him and this and that. He admitted to it. So at the end of the day, this woman gave up her multi-million-dollar modeling career to be his wife, have children, to care for the children. He promised her that he was going to retire.
Wait a minute. Her doing spell work has nothing to do with him throwing touchdown passes and what he's done in the Super Bowls. I'm sure her spell work wasn't helping him do that all of those games. Like, come on now. Stop it. But you know what she is, right? A non-thinker. Not using her common sense. Like, that's what somebody would do. To not understand sports. You can't magic spell. Yeah, you can do that for like a shot, make a shot miss. But for make touchdown passes land? Completed touchdown passes? Come on now. Stop it. You're saying she helped him by doing spell work? I think these men deserve all their money to get. You know why? Because you wasn't with me when I was shooting in the gym?
Tired. And he lied. He lied. Basically that's what she was saying, that was the reason for the divorce. It wasn't nothing else. It was because that he did not want to live up to their agreement. He said that he would retire and he would become a family, just be there. He retired and recanted and went back. The man lied to his wife. And on top of that, everything he had it in his mama name. That's just because he didn't trust her.
My man.
You got a man, you got a husband, and you find out that everything he had, all his assets are in his mother's name. He never trusted you. He used her. Because if you think about it, now all of y'all non-believers, all these religious, fanatical people, understand there's more spirits than the Holy Spirit out here. Okay? And there's a lot of people that mess with that stuff. I don't personally. I have family members that's all into that or whatever. I had an aunt in Puerto Rico. She was a big-time Santeria. That lady had 8 husbands. 8 husbands. And they all died.
Degenerate mother.
Yeah. She was big time in that, and she even had the gift of healing. My mother went down and she was sick. She went to Amelia's house. Amelia touched her, said whatever, and my mama said she laid down. When she woke up, she felt 100% better. So there are people out here that do that type of stuff. Tom Brady's wife was one of them. That's why he was the GOAT. And if you really think about it, when she left him and he went back to playing football, his skill set declined. Like his game was not the same. When she was gone, when she removed herself and was no longer a part of his life like that, his game was not the same.
I gotta stop her from talking. Exactly like I said, no common sense. Doesn't know the men won another title without her.
But check your facts.
This is sports. The man was the GOAT without her. He did her a solid. He was smart for hiding things in his name. Because he has to.
It's an evil world we live in.
Because y'all initiate divorce 70% of the time. What is a man to do? This is the main reason why I said it before. This is the way. That's why I left, right? I wanted to get married and not have to worry about divorce. Don't get me wrong. I see people in my family, they stay married, right? But how do I know that's what was in my cards? When things happening the way they are, with these new age women, you see already new age women doing new age things like Santa Maria's and all of those things, thinking they're the reason. Like she'll go, okay, yeah, babe, you going through this, you're not making a lot of money. Okay, let me go to my aunt in Puerto Rico and have her do a spell on you. Get out my damn house, witch. Like, come on now. But this is what's happening.
wife's lover $7 million rather than divorce her. In 2000, the Magic offered Duncan a lucrative contract, but because they didn't allow players to bring their girlfriends on private jets, he immediately declined the $68 million deal. After their marriage, Duncan established a medical foundation to support Amy's career, entrusting all the funds to her management. However, it wasn't long before Duncan noticed that large sums of money were missing from the account. With the help of a private investigator, Duncan discovered that his wife had cheated on him with a personal trainer and had given him several $million to start a business. Before Duncan could react, Amy filed for divorce and falsely accused him of being bisexual in court.
You can't make this up.
Fortunately, Duncan ultimately won the case and gained custody of their children. Even so, he couldn't let go of their 12-year relationship and gave Amy $7 million as a settlement.
Degenerate.
Ironically, 2 years later, Amy squandered the money, and her lover left her as well. Today, Duncan has found true love and is very happy with his girlfriend, Vanessa McCannis.
Shout out to my man Tim Duncan, the best power forward of all time. A lot of people say that, and I think it's true, right? Look at that. The man had a good heart. He couldn't be foul. He couldn't be like her, right? He stayed true, stayed loyal, no matter what. Divorce happened. She cheated. He still gave her a settlement. He probably had a clause somewhere where she wouldn't get anything if she, cheated. Gave her a settlement. Gave her $7 million anyway. People set up prenups like that. Gave her the money anyway. She lost the money. You see what happens to people?
Karma's a bitch.
Who are from the dirt? They do things like this, and this is what happens.
You telling me after dating for 16 years, they finally got married, and a month later she asked for a divorce and wanted $160 million. This got to be the biggest robbery I ever seen.
Wow.
Bro. And they wonder why men be so scared to get married. Listen, after dating for 16 years and not being married, whatever reason you claim you wanted to get a divorce a month later after the marriage, it been 16 years. He already did everything he could possibly do that would make you want a divorce. He waited. I ain't gonna lie, you gotta give her props, bro. Like, what do the judges be thinking when people come in with cases like this? Like, how do you in your right mind give her $160 million like he actually did something wrong? They been together for 16 years. It ain't nothing new that he could have done. You obviously waited till y'all got married just to take money from him. I feel like the ones that's obvious, they shouldn't be getting money. Like, if you get a divorce this quick after your marriage, you obviously got married for one reason. That's tough.
This is it right here. This is why divorces are down. This is why they say by 2030, most will be single. What did they say, from 25 to 44? This is why that statistic is true. I get fumbled over. I get fumbled over my words with the S's and the T's. That's why it's true, because of things like this.
Divorce statistics that may surprise you. Here we go. Number 1, did you know if you work from home, you're less likely to get divorced?
Because you ain't got a work husband or a
Number
work
2,
wife.
if you have lost a lot of weight since getting married, it increases your likelihood of getting divorced.
It belongs to the streets.
Options open.
The northeastern section of the United States actually has a lower divorce rate than other sections.
Them New Yorkians?
If you have a lot of close friends that have been divorced, you're actually much more likely to get divorced yourself.
Not us.
It's a fact. It's
The more
empowerment.
educated you are, the less likely you are to get divorced.
Surprise.
Divorce is really seasonal. Divorce rates are the highest in January and February every year.
Because they want to
Good
start the
news
year
for
off right.
millennials, if you're a millennial, you're much less likely to get divorced.
We can't afford to be alone.
And if you have the same alcohol habits as your spouse, you're much less likely to divorce.
Obviously, you're both drunks. These all made sense. These all make sense. Other generations could get a divorce like that because they could afford to. You know what I'm saying? I live over here, you live over there, whatever. Us? We need them dual incomes, all right? Rent is high. Interest rates is high. Daycare is high. Groceries is high. Gas is high. You want to be miserable with your partner or miserable with money? At least you get to have sex with your partner. You ain't having sex with them Benjamins. The more educated you are, the least likely you are to get a divorce. That's kind of surprising. I've heard a lot of red pillars say something opposite of that. But the whole losing weight, and you know what I'm saying, if you lose a significant amount of weight while you're in a relationship, you're more likely to get out of it. 100%. People treat you different when you look better. And that's one that's been consistent throughout time. Them options opened up while you're in a relationship, you leaving that man or you leaving that woman a lot. And it's just an unfortunate fact that a lot of people gotta, that girl start going to the gym 6 days a week. Boy, she getting ready to tip on your dumb ass.
Yeah, that's why you gotta have her and work out with her. Seriously. So when it happens, and then that's why also, like she said, people that work from home, that's what I do. I'm sitting there like, yeah, I know. People from the Northeast, I'm like, think about everything she's saying is me. So I'm going. It's kind of true, but this is the thing: you can't have your lady. It's the first thing I knew when I got married. You're not working outside anymore. You're working for me. Seriously, we're going to make enough money to where you don't need to work outside. It wasn't a situation where I need help. No. You're mine. Seriously, you're not going outside. Exactly like you said, no work husbands, none of that. That right there, even if you go to another country, will destroy your relationship. Don't do it.
100% agree with this comment, and I just wish somebody would have told me. Here's the thing, guys, and I've told a few of my friends that have walked through divorce. If your now ex wants to see the kids 50% of the time, and that's a big thing that you're not really sure that you're going to win, what you need to do is fight like hell for you to have final decision making. Okay, those are two different things. Physical custody and decision making, right? There's the 4 things for decision making: medical, religion, school, and sports, right? Those are the 4 things. If you can fight to have final decision making on those 4 things, even if he has 50-50 custody, will it be hard on the kids? Yes. What I wish I would have done is said, you can have 50-50 physical custody, but I am having final decision making. Because what happens is, if you're in a high conflict situation, if you're in a situation with a narcissist, if you're in a situation where somebody is abusive, if you have final decision making moving forward, you do not have to enter arguments. You do not ever actually have to agree. And that is the sticking point and what has really screwed up our lives and my children, because we do have 50-50 on all decision making. Since then, we've gone back to court and mediation multiple times. I have medical, he has sports. And when I gave him sports in one of the mediations that we had, my attorney said, if you give him sports and he doesn't take the kids to sports and that's what they want to do, that looks really bad on him. So if you want to take him back to court, then it will show that he's not a good dad. Again, going back to court is a whole situation. So from the jump, ladies, let me hold your hands when I say this. Do not give the ex 50-50 on decision making as well. It will save you so much heartache. You already go through enough. Okay.
Why the hell is you giving the chick a payday? Shorty's on the gram announcing she retired from OnlyFans. She getting more surgeries done. She's trying to pivot. Oh, and I'm hoping I'm wrong on this, because I do love Unc, even though he got me blocked. I do love him because he going through what a lot of black entertainers are going through, especially the independent creators. Unc, you think because you settled, ESPN was going to be like, well, the case is done, so we could bring it back? Oh, you got to look in the mirror, bro. You a heavy-tongued, dark-skinned black man, little big as look like you the strongest on the plantation. They ain't you regardless. You ain't Stephen A. What you think that was going to just be like, you thought it was an investment. Give her 23 mil, but you going to come back and get 100 mil? No. You should have realized from the get-go ESPN was done with you. They strung you on. They don't want you back. I don't care what Stephen A. done told you. I know that was your boy. but he helped kick you back in too. They was done with you. You a nightcap, Shay Shay podcast from now on. Your audience is big. They're gonna rock with you. They're gonna love you. You just wasted $20 million for no reason. You gave the chick the bread. You should have gave the chick the bread when you had both papers on the table. For you to sign with ESPN and for you to settle with her.
Real talk.
We live in a world where a man has to be financially stable just to date a broke woman.
Oh, here we go again.
See, ladies, I keep trying to tell you, we're not the only ones looking for a big, strong provider. There are some men out here, straight men, who are also looking for a big, strong provider. They want to know what you bring to the table. They want to know if they could go half on some bills or can you take care of them. They want to know if they can get some princess treatment. They want to know if they could be passenger princess. Like, some of these men are so jealous of women, they want everything they feel that you are entitled to. A man with a provider mentality isn't worried about what you make. He's not worried about your money. He doesn't care what kind of job you have. He doesn't care about the benefits. He doesn't care about any of that because he's going into the relationship expecting to provide and take care of you and his children. But men like this, you think that you're exposing women, but you're really exposing yourself. You're letting us know that you're broke. You're letting us know that you're stingy and that you're cheap. Because what does it matter? You are so focused on the fact that you do paid labor that you don't fully appreciate her unpaid labor. Because you'll expect this same woman who doesn't make as much money as you or who doesn't have an actual job to take care of your kids and to cook and clean for you and to do all of these things to take care of the home. Just because those services are unpaid doesn't mean they're not valuable. But some men they only think they're amazing because they bring home a paycheck. You wouldn't be able to bring home that paycheck if you were hiring a cook, if you were hiring a maid, if you were hiring a nanny or a surrogate or a tutor or a driver or a therapist. It's like some of you only value money. Look at you. But yet you'll jump on here and say that women are the ones who are transactional. These are the same men who will call a woman masculine if she starts talking about how much money she makes or her career or her degrees. You say that's masculine. We don't want that. All we care about is women who are fit, friendly, and feminine.
With the right woman, there's no stopping me.
That's what y'all will say. These fit, feminine, and flirty women, they don't always have jobs.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
So what do you want? Do you want her working 40 hours a week or not? Because y'all don't even know what y'all want at this point.
This is the way.
Passport bros, cash for no.
So it's coming.